Hi everyone, this is the help video for Excel Chapter 1, Pause and Practice number 4. We're finishing up the pause and practice and we'll, at the end of this movie we'll be able to submit it for grade. So I have the file in Excel that we ended the pause and practice 1.3 on. So we can move to step 3 here because look, we already have the file at the name it needs to be at the end. So we're going to select the Cass Lake sheet, which we know we're on that one because it's got that gradient look as opposed to a solid. Unhide, which we never hit it, so but just to show you, you just right click, hide and unhide. They're right there. So we're going to put this data in. So because I want to go across the row, I'm going to use my tab key. So 254 tab, 209 tab, 1898 tab, 402 tab, 519, 677, and then Sundays is 399. Notice that the total automatically appears because when we inserted it put in the information like the surrounding rows. All right, so we're going to hide Breezy Point because we're not going to work on it right now. So I'm going to right click on Breezy Point and I'll just say hide. Okay. On Cass Lake, I'm going to go home and I want to do the spelling. So that's in the Review tab, Spelling. And you want to be at the top because Excel checks spelling from where you're at to the end. Categories is misspelled, so I want to change it to the correct spelling. It goes on, it finds my apparel's missed. I'm going to change it, and spelling is complete. If you had any others, just fix them as appropriate. All right, so then the next thing we want to do is to put in the file properties, and that's done through Backstage View. And Backstage View is just this file option on the ribbon that takes you. This is considered Backstage View. So we want to be on Info, right? And then over here in the Properties, we want to click on the link that says Show All Properties. It brings up these sets of properties that we can add, and what these do is add meta tags so that you can search. You can then use the data in here within your spreadsheet. So instead of like maybe typing the company name all the time, you could put it in here and then just reference it. If something would change, then you could just change it here and it would change everywhere. So what we want to do is the title is going to be PP Excel 1-4. The subject is weekly revenue. The status is draft. Okay, so we have the title, the status, and the subject. We're going to go ahead and do show fewer and return to the worksheet by using this back arrow. I'm going to take a second to save. And now that we have those properties set up, when I go to set up some headers and footers, I can reference that. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the page layout and change my orientation, because if I preview this, if I do a file print, you can see I'm missing. It only goes up to Thursday because it's in portrait. So in this page layout orientation, we're going to change it to landscape, and it still is not showing everything. Look, this dotted line. So if I did file print to get a preview, it only goes up to Saturday. So there's a couple things I could do. I could reduce the size of the columns, but then we're going to lose Wednesday. But what I most often would do would be this fit to. Okay, so in this page setup, the way that I do it is I come to my dialog box and I come up here to sheet. I go to page. Fit to 1 by 1, meaning that everything will fit in a one page deep, 1 page wide. So what you want to watch with that is that you don't make it too small. Sometimes there's just too much data and you have to break it. But I did a print preview there, and it all fits. Look, there's total. So let me just show you that again. I went to page setup, page fit to 1 by 1. Okay. While I'm still on my page setup, I want to go to the margins tab, and I want to center it horizontally, right? But which is, this way. And honestly, it's not going to change anything because the thing is so wide. But if I did vertical, which I don't want you to do, watch this. Do you see it shifted down? It's going to center it on the page. We only want to center horizontally. Don't close this because we want to go to header footer. So in the header drop down list, so there's a couple of things you can do. You can do a custom header, or you can use one of these predefined headers. We're going to do the one that says your initials, begins with your initials. That's going to be the header. We're going to come to the footer, and we're going to put Cass Lake in the center, and then we're going to do OK. We're going to file, print, and it shows a preview. So you have your name at the top, Cass Lake in the footer, everything fits, looks good. Now, when it renders this, sometimes it doesn't show all the lines in that, and that's fine. I always download your files, guys. I don't look at it from that rendered view. I actually pull it down. So as long as it looks good in your normal view, you're good. So this where it says file print to the print it, I never ever need you to print it. You can certainly choose to print it for your own benefit, but I never want you to print it for me because you're not giving me the print it. So at this point you're going to save it, and we are done with the pause and practice. So what I need to do, I'm going to save this. I'm going to close out of my file. I'm going to come back to my lesson 1 assignment where your pause and practice is here. At this point, all you need to do is submit it. So the title is the link here. So you click on that. Here's the date. It's June 8th. Browse. We're going to find the file. I put mine in chapter 1. There it is. I always validate date, time. Click on it. Open. Here's your file. Scroll down and submit. I can't submit it because I'm the instructor, so it's fine, but yours would submit. Instead of this big red line that I got, you would get a purple line that said, hey, submission was accepted. Okay, so that's it for the first pause and practice. Please email me, hmandelinich@starkstate.edu, if you have any problems. Thank you.